Hey everyone, and welcome back to the most magical podcast on the internet. The Why We Disney team is so excited to have another interview for you all. I think you're going to be familiar with the shop, and if you're not, you're going to fall in love after this episode. So here we go. We're going to go do a little interview for you, and we hope you enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kaycee, and as always, I'm joined with my amazing, beautiful co-host, Kara.
Hey.
And I am so excited to introduce a very good friend and small shop owner, Marissa from Lilly Co Apparel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are doing amazing. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. Like, I know you're probably super busy. So thank you just for joining us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited for this interview today.
Oh my God, you're the cutest thing. Well, listen, so we believe that everyone has a story, and everyone's story is so important. So we're going to give you an opportunity to tell your story. How this is going to go is we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about why you love Disney, and we're also going to talk about your small shop, which I'm so excited to talk about. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and jump into the meat of today's episode. The very first question is, where can our listeners find you on any social media platforms that you have, or a website or anything like that?
So you can shop with us directly on Etsy. You can find us on Etsy. Our handle will be Lilly Co Apparel. And then the same for our Instagram and our Facebook. It's also Lilly Co Apparel. We're definitely more active on Instagram than Facebook. Our Facebook is kind of just linked. So if you ever need us, Instagram is definitely where to find us.
Yeah. It's so funny. Kara, same for the podcast too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so active on Instagram, but on Facebook, it's just kind of like we just put our information on there and link it constantly.
Yeah, you may just go to my Instagram.
Right, exactly. Well, so we ask every guest that we have on this next question, and it's, why do you Disney? Why is it so important to you?
Oh, that's like a loaded question.
It's so loaded.
Disney is, like, when I see this, like, I mean it wholeheartedly. Disney is my life. Disney has been my life since literally the day that I was born. I can remember, like, my mom would tell me stories. Like, I was like 3 weeks old, and she took me to the movie theater to see The Lion King because it had just came out. And ever since then, I've just grown up with Disney. I would come home from daycare and I'd watch the, like, 1990s sing-along songs. Nostalgia, right? Like going to the Disney store, family vacations growing up. And then when I got older, I hadn't been to Disney for a while, so I wanted to go to Disney as an adult, and I just, like, completely fell in love with Disney all over again, in a completely different version from when you're a child to when you're an adult. And now it's just my life. When I need an escape, it's Disney. When I need to, when I'm working, I have Disney music on. I have Disney movies on. Like, Disney is literally just my life, and it's my happy place, and it's what keeps me going. And yeah.
I love that so much. It's so funny. It's like a downward slope. Like, once you start, you don't stop. Like,
no, you can't.
You fall more and more in love with it, right?
Yeah.
For
sure.
It's
definitely an addiction. But it's a good addiction to have.
It is.
Disney is definitely a good addiction. I love that terminology. And I know a lot of us, like Disney enthusiasts, we talk about things so passionately because we're like, oh, I love Epcot. I love Magic Kingdom, the castles, the everything. And so that's kind of why we wanted to start off with a little game, if that's okay with you, because us Disney enthusiasts, we love getting to know each other through what we love about Disney. But this game is one has to go. We're going to give you two options. You're going to let us know one has to go. And listeners and viewers, play along too, and let us know in the comments which one you think has to go, because we love a little Disney controversy. Okay?
Yes, do it.
So, Marissa, the first one, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Which one has to go?
This is so hard because I love them both. But I would say the Christmas party, only because I love dressing up for the Halloween party, and I love being able to see everybody else's costumes. That's like the highlight of Mickey's Not So Scary.
I love that. Kaycee, do you have an answer?
I would also let go of the Mickey's Merry. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm more of a Halloween fan than a Christmas fan, but yeah, I would let it go. Honestly, I hate this game because I wouldn't let anything go. Like, I just want new things. I don't want to have anything go away. So this game is tough. Yeah. What about you, Kara? What would you take away?
I can't let anything go because I haven't been to either one.
Oh.
So they're on my bucket list, not my to-go list.
Well, I hope they bring it back because you need to go because Boo Bash is not even comparable.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Well, on to the next one, and this one is near and dear to my heart. Happily Ever After or Epcot Forever?
Epcot Forever has to go.
I agree.
Same.
Happily Ever After has a special place in my heart, and I am like, the tears are gonna come down my face just thinking about like that it's retiring, and
yeah,
it's sad. I will be there on September 29th if anybody wants to come watch it with me for the last time.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Are you going to
September
Magic
29th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're gonna
Can
find
someone stream it? I need to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll stream it. We'll stream it. Oh, Marissa, I'm so excited. Yay.
So, talking about shows, guys, we have two more. Phantasmic or the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular?
Star Wars Galactic Spectacular has to go. Fantastic is just like top notch.
It's such a classic.
Fantastic has to go for me, guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Kaycee.
That's hilarious. Oh my word. Yep. I don't like this game. Continue.
I can't even comment on that. Next. Okay, Marissa, Disney's Pop Century Resort or the All-Star Movies Resort?
All-Star has to go. It's gotta go. That's a no-brainer.
Same.
I think Pop Century just has a leg up a lot because of the Skyliner now.
It does, yeah. That's like definitely a plus, especially for a value resort.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next we have two parks, Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios has to go.
Ooh, any specific reason?
Yeah, so Animal Kingdom is definitely tied for like my favorite park between Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. I love the safari. That is like hands down one of my favorite things. Especially over the past few years, like that I've been going so many times each year, we've literally like got to see the baby gorillas grow up. So like being able to go there and check on Gracie every time is like an experience to see how big she's gotten. Flight of Passage and Everest are hands down my two favorite rides. So I love it. Yeah.
Wow.
How about you guys?
I'm sending Animal Kingdom packing. Kara, what about you?
Honestly, as long as I get to keep Epcot, I don't care. Oh my gosh. So speaking of Hollywood Studios, we have two rides to choose from, Toy Story Mania or Slinky Dog Dash.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I love Slinky, but I feel like Slinky has to go because I just love Toy Story Mania. I love how interactive it is. I feel like we don't have enough of those games, or rides, I should say.
Yeah, I agree. We need more interactive rides, Disney. If you're listening,
Yes.
we need more interactive rides. Slinky is gone for me too. Kara, I think Slinky's gone for you too, right?
Slinky is for sure, definitely 100% gone. I have some problems with its wait times. And last one, Haunted Mansion or Journey of the Little Mermaid. These are two Magic Kingdom classics.
I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but Haunted Mansion. I love Haunted Mansion, but I love like the Little Mermaid. That's just the classic.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh my gosh. I made these and I didn't think I'd actually have to answer this question. So wow. Kara, what are you? I don't know.
It's hard because if you think about it, they're two very similar rides. They're both dark rides. They're both like movie scenes. But like Marissa said, for me, The Little Mermaid is just like, nostalgic. So I have to get rid of Haunted Mansion. And my mom would like be really mad. That's like her favorite ride.
Kara's going to get hate from her mama. Oh no. I don't know which one I would do. I'm not going to answer because it's our podcast and I don't have to answer.
It's too hard.
It's too hard, so I won't do it. All right, so I want to. That's it with our game. Unfortunately, listen, we can't do too many of those because I get sensitive. Okay.
I know. It'll get heated really quick, right?
So I did some research on your Instagram, Marissa, and you are in like your whole entire Instagram is like you and another girl, and y'all are always twinning, always matching. Y'all are so cute. You probably go to Disney together all the time. Is that your sister or your best friend, or tell me who that is?
That is basically my sister that was separated at birth. So we're not officially sisters, but we are the bestest of friends. And I've never met somebody who's more like me in my entire life. And we click and we get each other on so many different levels. So we are just inseparable.
That's so sweet.
She also has a shop too, coincidentally.
I was gonna ask about her small shop. So insider joke, okay? I almost asked you, both of you, to be on, and we were gonna do like a double shop interview.
Yeah.
And I literally, the date snuck up on me and I completely forgot. But that would have been a really good episode, wouldn't it?
That would have been a really good one, yeah.
For sure. So she has her small shop too. Let's go ahead and give her a shout out. Tell me her small shop and where people can find her on Instagram.
So
I know she'll be listening.
Yeah, so you can shop her on Etsy, and hers is Shimmering Ever After. And hers is also the same for Instagram, and her Facebook is linked. It's also Shimmering Ever After.
And I just want to shout out that people that know these shops know that when Lilly Co makes a shirt, Shimmering Ever After is going to make a matching pair of ears. And this is something that I appreciate because I know these two shops. I know that they're going to make matching apparel. I don't have to like go searching for the best little chef ears or the perfect Hollywood studio. Like it's great.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. That's one of the fun things that we love doing together. Cause it's nice. I know a lot of people don't have time to go out and find a shirt or matching ears or even something like the Hollywood studio one that we came out with. Like that's very rare. Like you're not going to find really a pair of ears to match that or a shirt to match those ears unless you're just something plain. So it's nice that you have like a shirt and the ears and you call it a day and your outfit's done for Disney.
Yes,
oh
I have her Hollywood Studios ears and I need to get your shirt to match.
Yes, I love that. I was just telling her the other day, I was like, one of our next trips, like we have to wear that to Hollywood Studios because I make them and I'm like, oh, I love this every time I make it.
I love that. I love that so much. And that y'all are so close too. It's very cute. I love it. Your Instagram is adorable.
Oh, thank you.
So you do run Disney events, right?
Yes.
Are you signed up for a Run Disney event now? Because I think that they're back, right?
They are back. Fingers crossed they don't get canceled again.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think they're going to go virtual?
I really hope not because my heart will be devastated. I know there have been some other in-person races, smaller ones, like all over the country. Yeah. So I think as long as they can keep COVID to a minimum, I think we'll be okay. I mean, Disney has a really good way of doing things. And even through the sign-up process with the half marathon, they're going to give you different start times. There's going to be, I think, 4 different start times. So I know they already have something in place where they're going to break people up and spread us out a little bit more than what used to be pre-COVID. Because pre-COVID, it was like fireworks, but for Run Disney, there was thousands of you, like literally on top of each other in the morning. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. I'm sure they have something in plan to make it work, but holding on to hope that they don't get canceled. But back to what I was saying. The first one is in November, and that's Wine and Dine. Then they'll have Marathon Weekend in January, and then Run Princess in February.
Are you signed up for all of these runs, or?
I am only currently signed up for Run Princess. Okay. I haven't done Wine and Dine Weekend yet. I've done Marathon Weekend, and I've done Princess, and Princess is just the one that holds a special place in my heart. That was the first weekend that I've ever run, so that's like very sentimental to me.
Yeah, that's the first one I ever ran too, was the Princess Run. I guess it was 2 years ago in 2020, right before the shutdown.
Are you running this year?
I want to see an in-person Disney run before I sign up for the next one, because I signed up for the Star Wars one that was supposed to happen this year, and they turned it virtual and I got my money back because I was like, I really want to run at Disney.
Yeah, I've done a few of the virtual ones since COVID, but they're just not the same. I even said to myself, I was like, if something else goes virtual, like I'm just not even gonna do it, because it's like you do it for the experience, you do it for the characters, the course, running through your favorite place. Like that's what You pay for it, not to run at home.
Kara, you did a virtual run.
I've never run at Disney.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Run Disney was a thing until like 2 years ago. Like, yes. But when COVID hit, I was like, okay, I guess I should like exercise. And what better way to do it than like the incentive, there it is, words, to get a Disney medal. And I was like, I want a Disney medal. So I've done the virtual, but I've never done an in-person race.
We got to get you to an in-person race.
Someone, please.
For sure. We need to get I'm telling you, like, Kara would die for the princess run, for real.
Yes. It's amazing. The wake-up calls are a little brutal, but it's all worth it after it's over and done with.
Right. It's like 4 a.m. Like, you have to be there at 4 a.m.
Yeah, so you literally have to wake up at 2 a.m. By the time you wake up, you get your costume on, you go to the bus, you get there.
It's rough, but it's so worth it. Like, nothing in this world compares to it ever.
No. I'm like, race weekends are like some of my most memorable Disney trips. They're exhausting, don't get me wrong, but you make so many memories, and they are just, it's a completely different way to Disney. Completely different way.
I agree. Well, guys, do not go anywhere. We will be right back after this ad break, and we're going to talk about Marissa's small shop. I'm so excited.
Okay, guys, we are back with our marvelous interviewee, Marissa of Lilly Co. And so we are just going to talk a little bit about her small shop, because I know everyone wants to know the details. Everyone wants to go buy it, get some discount codes. But like, we want to know, Marissa, kind of a little bit more of the backstory, some information. So my first question is this your full-time job? Do you do this as a side hustle? Is this like just your magic money maker? Explain the job for me.
So when I first started, it was not my full-time job. Hold on, let me redo that one.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, when I first started, it was not my full-time job. I just did it on the side. I had another job, and I was in a very demanding program at school. So this is kind of just like my side gig. You know, I did it to make myself happy, to bring some Disney magic to my life. But when COVID had hit, and towards the end of my schooling, I really took that time to take it off, give it my all, and make it full time. And here I am, and it's my full-time job, and I've never been happier. I get to do what I love every single day, and I get to make magic for everyone listening or anyone who buys from my shop, and it makes me so happy.
Love that answer. Good answer, Jeopardy. Good answer.
Thank you.
So like, you're talking about starting the company. Like, what made you want to start it in the first place? Was there an inspiration? We all know your love for Disney, but are you like, I love shirts and Disney? What brought you to this? So
Going way back, when I actually first started in Etsy, I didn't even make shirts. Fun fact.
What?
Yes. So I started off making, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like the twisted wire ears. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
So
the wires.
Yeah. So I started making ears, and I made that because I wanted fun pair of ears that weren't at the park. So I did that for a while, and I sold some, but then I just really fell out of love with it, and I wasn't happy with what I was doing. And I was like, I think I need to like reevaluate and like see what I want to do. So I started making my outfits for the park days and my Disney trips. And that's when my creativity literally just took off, and I was able to do what I love, and I fell in love with my business again, and I rebranded, and I came out as Lilly Co, and now I make shirts.
Quick question. So how do you screen print, or are they vinyl? Just kind of for the listeners looking at your stuff.
So everything currently is vinyl right now. We have tested screen print, but it's not currently in our shop. So it is all vinyl right now.
Yes. I'm obsessed with everything I have from Lilly Co apparel.
Thank
and
you.
I'm waiting on something to come in. I ordered it the other day for the 50th. I'm so excited about it.
It's super magical.
I know. I can't wait.
Kaycee, it's interesting that you brought that up, because I was going to ask that sidebar question. I know a lot of Etsy shop owners are like, I'll make shirts. and then not know any idea what they're doing. So did you kind of have some background knowledge on shirt making, or is this all like self-taught? What was this all about?
Yeah, so I really didn't have any knowledge. I just taught myself. I have my machines that I've kind of used to make other projects with, and then from there on, I just trial and error until I got something that I was proud of and that I knew that I would be happy giving to somebody else. I wouldn't give somebody something if I wouldn't wear it myself. So I made sure my products were up to my standards, and I have really high standards to make sure that that's a good product to give to somebody for them to wear and to have forever and to know that it's going to last.
Yes, absolutely. And so talking about your products, like I have two questions.
Yes.
What is your favorite product in the shop, and what do you believe is your best seller?
Okay. Let me start with the best sellers because that's easy. So right now we currently have two very best sellers. Our little chef Remy Pocket Tea is definitely one of them. He is flying off the shelves, and I know everybody's excited to wear him to the opening day and opening weekend. So I can't wait to see everybody there with those on. And then secondly, we have a shirt that we came out with last year, but we kind of came out with it at the end of the Halloween season, so it wasn't very big, but it's definitely taking off this year. And it's an orange t-shirt, and it says Mickey is my boo on it. And everybody is loving that one this year, yeah. Those are our two best sellers. My favorite right now, this is a hard one. I would say my favorite is definitely the 50th design that we've came out with so far. And I also love the Mickey is my boo right now. He's just so cute.
I agree. Very cute.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Kara. Didn't mean to cut you off there. So, I like in some of your pictures on your Instagram, like some of your shirts are cropped, and I read like one of the captions the other day, like you cropped them yourself, right?
Yes. So when you buy from us, they do not come cropped; they just come regular length. If you want them cropped, you can crop them at home, and we will be more than happy to tell you how to do that if you wanted to do that. But yeah, it was just a nice way to add a little bit extra touch and give it a different style.
I love it. I love the crop. But do you mind telling us how to do it? Like,
of course.
Really quick, like not too detailed, hopefully. I know you just don't just hang it and cut it. Like really not.
So I usually put it on myself first to see where I want it to lay, like to cut it. So it's not too short, it's not too long. I usually mark it with either like a pen or a piece of chalk, something little, just so you can see. Then you're gonna lay it flat, and you're gonna lay it either like on a cutting mat or a cardboard. You don't want to just cut it directly on something because the blade will go through. And then you're going to take a rotary cutter. The rotary cutter is going to give you the cleanest cut because you can just take the rotary cutter and cut it straight across. If you do scissors, you're going to have a jagged edge.
Yeah.
So you just cut it straight across, and then you're good. It's really simple.
Wow. Why did I think that was going to be so much more difficult than that was?
Nope. It's easy.
I have another sidebar question. I'm sorry, I'm going so off script here. Are you gonna come out with anything like I love like long sleeve, like tight, like spirit jersey things? Do you have any types of those products in the mix?
So we do have spirit jerseys in the shop right now. I haven't really have a chance to do any new designs with spirit jerseys because I feel like they don't sell that much anymore. But I can do custom spirit jerseys if you ever wanted a custom spirit jersey. And I do have some crew neck sweatshirt designs that I'm working on right now. They're being tested. So if those pass my standards, those will be in the shops in the next few weeks.
Okay.
And they will be spooky themed because we're about to get very spooky.
Yes. Okay. So bearing up for the fall and winter, get your spooky gear on.
Yes.
That's excited. And I have another question for you. So what is the hardest part about being a small shop owner? Do you think the hardest part is now COVID? Have you had to pivot at all? Can you kind of let us know what it is on the other side?
Yes. So I feel like there's a couple different things with being a small shop owner that's very hard. One, as you know, there's a lot of Disney small shops, a lot. So I think it's very hard just to try to stay true to yourself and try to stay unique and have to deal with people that kind of bounce off of your ideas or your creativity. So I think that's hard. So I'm always trying to stay true to myself and be unique and come up with things that are different that nobody else has that will make me stand out. So I think that's a hard part. And definitely COVID is definitely hard being a small shop. A lot of people, small shops don't talk about the hard parts, but quite frankly, the past year and a half, trying to get inventory and shirts has been a nightmare. Before COVID started, I would be able to order from my one warehouse and I'd be able to get everything. I wouldn't have a problem. Now I have to order from 5, 6, 7 different warehouses. Sometimes stuff is on back order for 3 weeks. Sometimes stuff's on back order for 5 weeks. Sometimes they're going to say it's going to come tomorrow and it doesn't come for another week. So it's just very hard to deal with that. And here we are, a year and a half, and it's slowly getting better, but it's nowhere near where it used to be. So that's hard.
I wonder why the supply is so down. Like what? I don't know.
It's so weird. I don't know either.
Well, that seems frustrating. Like if you promise someone something and you're like, the shirt should be here and then I'll make it and then I'll get it out to you whenever, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it does. It's really hard, and it's like I hate letting people down. Like that is just, if I promise you something, I'm gonna follow through my promise and I'm gonna make sure you have it. So like when that's out of my control, that really hurts on me.
Yeah. And I think customers need to realize too that it's out of your control, and we can't like bark and yell and cuss at Marissa when she could not control that, So yeah, for sure, be respectful of everyone in that industry for sure.
It's hard. So hopefully soon we'll be back to normal, but
yeah. And being a small shop owner, you guys have to go through these trials and tribulations, but there's so many good things about it. And being on Etsy and doing this small shop entrepreneurship that you're doing. Yeah. And could you give a little bit of advice if someone wanted to start a small shop, or if they wanted to open a new magical design company? What is your advice to them?
So my first advice is to go for it. If I would have told myself 3-4 years ago, listen, in 3-4 years, you're going to build a shop and you're going to be your own owner and you're going to do this full time, I would have laughed. I would have never thought I would be able to be where I am today and do what I love full time. And here I am. So my first advice is to go for it. And my second advice is to stay true to yourself, stay true to your brand, and always be unique. And it will take you as far as you want to go.
I love that.
Thanks.
So we obviously love you. We love Lilly Co, and we just want to talk about your brand so much. But are there really 2 words that you could give our listeners to describe your brand?
Okay. So I would say 2 words are magical, and I would say casual. Magical and casual.
I like this explanation.
Yes, that is perfect.
Thanks.
Because even when I go to the park and I wear Lilly Co apparel, like I feel comfortable. I feel magical. Like I'm casual. Like I love it.
That's another one. Comfy. I like that one. Comfortable.
And talking about who's going to wear your clothes, it's not just going to be Kaycee. I mean, it's going to be the whole parks. But if there was a specific Disney character wearing your brand, if they were almost your brand ambassador, who would it be?
Okay, I think I would definitely have to pick Minnie Mouse. Like, she is just the star of this show. So I would definitely say her.
Yeah. I was going to say Daisy. I don't know why. Like Miss Sassy Daisy wearing her Lilly Co apparel.
I could totally see that with like a little pocket tee. That would be so cute.
I agree. Well, Marissa, this was so fun. Listen, again, thank you. Thank you so much. We know how busy you are, and I just appreciate you so much for doing this. I hope you had fun.
I did. I had so much fun, and thank you to Kara and thank you to Kaycee for having me today. It has been such a pleasure, and I'm so honored to be here with you guys today.
You're so sweet. So remind the listeners one more time where they can find you, and I'm sure they're already browsing through your shop, but go ahead and remind them where they can find you.
So you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook, but again, we are on Instagram more, and our handle will be Lilly Co Apparel, and you can also find us on Etsy, and that will be Lilly Co Apparel as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, you guys, the Why We Disney team just appreciates your love and support. Make sure that you love and support Marissa now that you know her story. You have a story now behind a business that is not just some mass produced, like there's no one behind the scenes. Like there is someone behind the scenes and she's working really hard. And obviously her standards are so high, like you know you're gonna get a good quality product in. So please head over to her shop and check her out. Also, make sure that you follow us, follow all of our social medias. We have so many of them. Make sure you subscribe to our monthly newsletter, and we love you guys so much. From Kara and I, we hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.